Established in 1984, Minnesota Indian Women's Resource Center works at all levels: individual, family, community, and social service. We develop programs that bring about positive changes for Native American women. The Access Program serves all people with priority given to Native American women, pregnant women, and Native American men. A Rule 25 assessment identifies an alcohol or drug problem so individuals can access chemical dependency treatment programs and other resources. Cherish the Children's Learning Center provides child care to its clients and to the community. The center accepts children ages 6 weeks to kindergarten. The center has separate areas for infants, toddlers, and preschoolers. Geared specifically for American Indian children, the center uses curriculum that is culturally appropriate.
Children are very resilient. They just seem to roll with the punches more so than we as adults do. They're really loved by their families. Just because their families are in crisis doesn't mean they're not loved or wanted or anything. And we just provide that extra consistency. We're always here. They always have breakfast. They always have lunch. They always have the same program going, the same schedule. We go whoever's on the waiting list first. But it's always nice when an Indian family calls and I have an opening and they come over and they see this. We end up keeping them.
Circle's beginning program offers case management services and a variety of other services to pregnant women at risk of becoming chemically dependent or who are chemically dependent.
What I'm trying to do is make the baby more real for the women, which makes it then easier to say no to drugs or some of the other kinds of things that help them keep a healthier lifestyle. And some of the stuff they hear and some of it they don't, but I see all of them taking steps and getting healthier as they come through the program, and I think that's really exciting.
The Family Services Program strengthens relationships by building on the traditional extended family system. The program's success is based on a staff of advocates who understand Indian culture and the values placed on family.
And what we do is we have two programs that provide services to enable families to stay intact or to become intact again after a child has been removed. And the services we provide are parenting skills, talking circle, we have sweat lodges, we have living skills seminars, and they're all kind of geared toward helping parents reunite with their children.
The Healing Journey is a program for Indian women who have been struggling with chemical dependency for many years and need a new approach. The core of the program revolves around the principle of taking care of each other. We believe that women can learn from each other no matter what stage of recovery they find themselves.
I'm 50 years old now, and I wish I would have had a Healing Journey program to go to when I was like about getting in my 30s, because that's when real life crisis started in for me. And then when I was getting 40, they were getting worse. My children were getting grown up, and I didn't know how to deal with that. And then after they grown up and were away from home, what was I going to do with myself, And I did some volunteer work, and I said I needed something else. And so I went to treatment because I had some problems with that, with my sobriety, and I went to treatment twice, and then I joined Healing Journey, and that was the best thing that I ever did.
Through Through Minnesota Indian Women's Resource Center housing, residents can begin to create a self-sufficient life as they complete school and seek vocational training while living in a supportive environment.
Housing is a great need for about 90% of the people that we serve here in our agency. A lot of them are living in substandard housing conditions or are homeless, and they're looking for a safer place for their children.
The Sexual Abuse Survivors Program is a safe place for American Indian survivors to come and gather. The Minnesota Indian Women's Resource Center incorporates traditional ways of healing that are client-driven through advocacy, support groups, and referral with the goal of self-empowerment.
Part of the work I do here is doing some things around spirituality. After women have been healing and working on things, then they start looking toward that way after some time of sobriety and healing. So that's some of the things that I've been asked to help with, and I've been doing that in the last few years. Part of that is sweat lodge, things like that, or just talking. So I enjoy doing those things. I enjoy working in this community and with my people. Our word for that is Oyate.
The Seventh Generation Research Project has the goal of delivering information about domestic violence in Indian communities back to those communities. We're working with 4 northern reservations and some urban Indian agencies. In doing the research and in doing the literature review, we've been real fortunate because we've got information that we're actually filtering through to our own programs, and it's changing the way that we look at those programs.
The role of the library and the clearinghouse is to acquire materials, distribute information, and loan materials on areas related to American Indian women and chemical dependency. The training program provides accurate, practical, and in-depth workshops to professionals who work with chemically dependent American Indian women and families.
Today, yet, our job from this program is to bring services or training to our service providers around chemical dependency. What is it for Indian families, children, women, and the males from our community? What is relapse? What does that look like from our community? Diabetes, we do a lot of training on diabetes and other health issues.
The Two Medicines program provides both primary and relapse treatment and aftercare services. The two medicines of laughter and sharing are the path to recovery within all women. This program has been licensed since 1985. The success of the Two Medicines program has contributed to strengthening individuals, families, and communities throughout the state.
With Native American counselors, our Native American women feel like they fit. I've been told by different clients that it's the first time they've been in treatment where they've really felt like they're a part of and where they felt like they've been heard.
The one-on-ones that we do together, and letting them know that I'm here because I care about them also, not just that it's just a job, that I actually do care about working with them, and that to let them understand that I went through a lot of similar pieces that they went through, and I think that makes it much more easier for them. And then taking the time also to remember little things about them and maybe with their children, and I think it makes them at ease. And I love to joke around a lot, and so I tend to use that a lot, especially in group.
What I like to do today, besides working with the women, is working with children. And what I have learned along the way is giving. I'm finally at a place where I know that I have to give back what I have been given, and I see my talents as gifts, and I don't take them for granted these days. And these I also pass on to my children and whoever is willing to learn. So being a part of the growing and changing with the Minnesota Indian Women's Resource Center, I am real proud to be a part of that.